talk to you about how to overcome limiting beliefs that are keeping you from moving forward and owning your greatness. Now, beliefs are not necessarily a bad thing. They dictate how we act and how we behave, but they can become unhealthy when we want a certain result and we're just not getting that result. So how do you know if you have a limiting belief? Well, if you've been doing everything in your power to get to where you want to go, if you don't have a lack of knowledge or skill, and you're still not getting the results that you want, then there might be something operating below the surface that is keeping you from getting to your desired result. So today I'm going to be taking you through my 5-part formula for overcoming limiting beliefs, and I'm going to be using the example of Erin to illustrate each step. So Erin desires a higher paying job. She wants to create more money for herself. And she doesn't lack skill or knowledge, and she's definitely putting in the action to get the interviews, but every time she gets into an interview, she is just frustrated because she blows it and she doesn't get a call back. So the first step that you want to take is to become aware of the belief. So we want to analyze what is the result that we really want. What is that end goal that we have for ourselves? In Erin's case, she wants more money. So then it's now questioning, what are your beliefs around that result? So what are Erin's beliefs around money? And when asked this question, Erin feels uncomfortable with having a large sum of money. We uncover that it feels unsafe for her. She feels like people are going to start asking her for money and she's not going to be able to manage it. And a lot of negative feelings come up around money. So the second step is to analyze why we have the beliefs that we do. So why does Erin feel uncomfortable when she thinks about having a large sum of money? And oftentimes we can look for clues in our past experiences. So we can go back into our childhood, back into our past experiences, and we can even look at how society has played a role in formulating our beliefs. So we need to be a detective. We need to be able to connect the dots. And oftentimes, once we figure out why these limiting beliefs are operating, what's the cause behind them, it actually is enough to start jarring the limiting belief. It's digging underneath and getting rid of it. So we had to ask Erin, what happened in your childhood with money? What happened with your past experiences with money? What we uncovered was that when she was younger, she saw her parents fighting over money. And so money became linked in her mind to pain, in her subconscious mind. So now she is still operating with that belief, even though that threat is not there anymore. She's not seeing her parents fight over money, and she's not feeling those feelings of scared or sad anymore, although the limiting belief is still operating. And so we can't really blame her for having this limiting belief because her ego is trying to protect her. When she was younger, she felt sad and distressed when her parents fought about money. So her ego is repelling money so that she does not have to feel that way anymore. If she doesn't have money, then she doesn't have to feel sad or distressed. She doesn't have to be taken back to that point when her parents were fighting. Does this make sense? I hope so. So step number 3 is to question whether or not you can be 100% sure that this limiting belief is the truth. So in Erin's case, can she be 100% sure that money equals pain? Most of the time, actually 99% of the time, the answer is going to be no. So then we want to move on to step number 4. And step number 4 is to list all of the other belief possibilities. Okay, so at this step, we want to start listing out the evidence that the belief is not true and that the belief is true. So the evidence for the belief being true, when I asked Erin, when in your life has money equaled pain? Having money equaled pain? And she couldn't think of anything. She could think of, oh, well, not having enough money is painful, but not the other way around. And so when I asked her, okay, so is money equals pain not true? What's the evidence for that? And she said, well, every time I get a paycheck, I feel really safe and I feel good because I'm able to pay my bills and I'm able to do what I really want to do. So therefore, can you see how we're starting to chip away at this limiting belief and how it doesn't make sense, okay? And so now step number 5 is to energetically release the old belief and replace it with a new belief. So there's many ways that you can energetically release an old belief, and some of them can include forgiveness, EFT, prayer, meditation, and energy healing. And there's probably some more, but I'm not going to get into it in the scope of this video. So once you have energetically released the old limiting belief, you want to choose a new belief that you can probably identify in step number 4. So in Erin's case, she's choosing the belief that it is safe for me to have money. And she is now going to reaffirm this day after day so that her subconscious mind picks up on that as the truth. Because consistency is what changes the subconscious mind. How do you think that limiting belief got into her mind? It was the consistency of her parents fighting and those distressing feelings coming up for her that linked money and pain in her mind in the first place. So now she needs to reaffirm the new belief over and over again in order for it to become a part of her subconscious mind and accepted as the new truth. She also needs to take action by still disproving the limiting belief to her subconscious mind. So every time a large sum of money comes into her life, she is now going to ask herself, do I feel safe? And she's going to say, yes, I feel safe because I'm able to pay my bills and I'm able to do more things that I love. So does that make sense? After a while, you're just going to transform and you're going to be able to really adopt that new belief so that you can move forward and make progress towards your goals. Now, we're always going to be hitting a glass ceiling, okay? Every time we break through a limiting belief, there's going to be another one. So I always say that it's really important to work with a mentor or a coach in terms of figuring out this process for yourself, because even though it sounds really easy, it can be really difficult to figure out your own limiting beliefs because you can't necessarily see them as well as someone else can. Another way that's really helpful when you're trying to overcome limiting beliefs is to join a community. Join a supportive community that will help you uncover these limiting beliefs and will hold you accountable to taking action against them. And so I want to invite you to my High Vibe Tribe, which is a free Facebook group for individuals who are ready to manifest more success doing what they love. So you can join by going to the website bit.ly/the High Vibe Tribe. And you will be able to enter for free, and I would love to see you in there. We're a supportive community, and we are going to be in this together in manifesting more success, doing what we love. So thank you so much for listening, and if you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a share or comment below and let me know. Thank you.